anyone reach anyone feel that I'm losing my patience? I just came here to back. Hello everybody, and welcome back to The Climb for the week of whatever week it is when I put it in post, because I just started and didn't prepare. This week we'll be going through my updates on everything that I did last week according to League of Legends, Japanese learning, and fitness. Somebody's gonna make a certain joke off of that last one. I already know what it is. Now obviously with this being a week-long update, there's not going to be huge jumps each week. However, I do think I've made some cool strides this week towards those certain goals that I've set up for myself, so I think it'll be interesting to dive into that. But I wanted to mention early on in the video that I'm streaming. The first VOD should be up today on Cofy VODS, which I've had for a while, or Cofy VODS, or however you want to pronounce my username. I'm not sure I care. But the first stream is up of that. I stream on Twitch, and I'm really excited to be able to start doing that more often. I would love to try and stream every day for short periods, although I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but at least 3 days a week is what I'm going to start aiming for. I don't know if I have a specific schedule, but I'm thinking probably Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Those days kind of work the best for me according to my schedule, but we'll see. However, I do want to throw on everybody's calendar as a heads up, I'm going to try and stream a lot during October. I want to do like a horror games sort of thing. Maybe go through some of the Alien games. Maybe even do some stuff in VR. I've never messed around with streaming VR, so I may not do that, and that'll be a future event. But still, I want to do some horror streams for like Halloween, so I think that'll be fun. We'll have to check it out. Other than that, let's jump right into The Climb. I'm kind of amazed in this short amount of time how much progress I've made playing League of Legends. It goes to show you, I think that, you know, while it's not a huge strive to most people, my ability to understand when to team fight and my awareness of the whole map now has changed a lot. Having people there or taking the effort to look at your own VODs yourself and be like, hey, you should, you know, stop doing this, or this is why you should do that, it kind of is an incredible change. It's really, really helpful to help you find specific little things that were maybe confusing or challenging for you to figure out in the first place. It's not a perfect science, and I still make tons of mistakes, but becoming aware of my own movements within the game has really helped me a lot. Knowing when to set up a team fight, knowing when my CS is falling behind, knowing when to roam, knowing when to go and switch lanes with someone. That's a huge moment for late game, the switching lanes thing, and it's also great for remembering to improve your CS, which is the next thing I need to get onto. I am still terrible at CSing. I have improved. I don't just miss an entire wave now, but there is some moments on stream where I'll miss a cannon minion or something, and it'll just make me want to die. It's very cringe, especially in front of lots of different people. But still, it's exciting to notice a change and notice myself making good strides, whether they be big or small, towards a better habit and a better mindset when playing the game. So that's been a great feeling. And plus, getting support from so many people. Not a lot of comments on the YouTube videos, but privately of friends who've seen the videos or people shooting me messages on social media. I do appreciate all of it. So thank you, everyone, and I hope that you guys are enjoying doing this just as much as I am. I mean, to an extent, it's me, you know, getting to just show my highlights and be like, look at how good I'm doing. But as an overall exercise of self-improvement and inspiring others to do that, it's nice to see people supporting me right from the get-go, even if it is just a small group of people. I still appreciate it. I've also come to the sad reality that picking Lux as an easy character is a great choice, but also she gets banned a lot in low skill levels and low ranks. So I've had to kind of pivot to Vex a bit as a backup, which she's also kind of similar to understand. I don't want to say that her and Lux are the same, where Vex is an assassin and Lux is a mage, but they have a similar mindset of the Q is a straight line and her E kind of throws down an AoE thing that attacks people. It kind of works in my own brain for some reason. I understand functionally how that character works and how to use them, even if they are of a different class or role, which I think is kind of interesting, the idea of maybe it's just that her moves are straight lines and circles, just like Lux's. But either way, I found a lot of fun playing Vex, and I found a lot of fun playing Lux by looking at the similarities between the two and understanding, okay, Lux can engage like this as a mage, and Vex can engage like this as an assassin, but overall, they have skills that, in my mind at least, make sense, and I understand them, so that's been kind of fun. I've gotten a couple good clips and stuff too, which, you know, is me kind of stroking my own ego, but it is cool. I've also really been enjoying being able to play with friends again and feel like I'm not just bumbling around and them having to baby walk me every which way throughout the game. So that's been really nice. I enjoy that, absolutely. So yeah, it's just been great. I'm not going to say there hasn't been toxicity. There has been some, but I'll be honest, you turn chat off, I can ignore an emote. We're cooking. As for Japanese learning, I've been continuing on a similar trend that I had started last week, which was focusing on hiragana, katakana. I'm making good strides going through my notebook, working on different things. The biggest stride I probably made this week was I found some old flashcards I'd purchased, which was awesome, and I made the attempt of... I was trying to jump into my rocket language courses I had mentioned last week, and then I decided maybe I should just hold off on that and just really focus on trying to work on the basics. You know, kind of like as a kid, you learn the alphabet before you learn to read, right? So I think that's sort of where I have to focus. Obviously, kanji is something way down the line that I'm not looking forward to. But I feel like if I just put a lot of hard work into hiragana, katakana, it's also something I can consistently fit into my current schedule of how I'm doing the league practice, exercising in Japanese. It's just kind of nice, and then using the flashcards to just teach myself words has been fun because it helps me notice kind of a mismatch of hiragana and katakana to like, oh, this is that symbol and this is that word, which is nice, but then also it spices it up from just straight memorization. But I do believe straight memorization is key, especially for someone who, along with living my normal life and trying to do this and working on music in the background as a secondary project, it can be hard to find consistent time to do something, so I fill slots with openings of different things. It's a great way to spice it up and not make it feel like a chore, which I think a lot of people fall into with stuff like that, especially memorization. I think everybody remembers being a kid and having to write the alphabet out on a piece of paper and just finding it boring. It's even worse when you're an adult. But overall from that, it's been fun. I do love learning different words in Japanese and realizing that they're just kind of sound similar to English words, which I know the history behind that a little bit. But it was kind of fun learning coffee. Get it? Coffee Studios? Baka. For exercise this week, I kind of switched it up a bit. I've been doing my usual gym routine. Again, not filming much of it because I'm not going to be a TikToker, like I said. But I've also been kind of stretching out to do more physical activities outside the house. Like I went golfing this week.
Oh. All right.
Post-game interview?
That was terrible.
Yeah, we're pretty terrible. Other than that, though, something I've been doing consistently, and I filmed myself a little bit, albeit some of the camera angles ended up unintentionally artistic, I'll say, with the weird ways I tried to film things because I didn't have a stand. But I went bouldering, which is something I've been doing in my free time that I really enjoy. It's such a great activity, one, for great exercise. I mean, my arms still hurt, and I did it like 3 days ago. But it's also really interesting the fact that it's like the most immediate feedback you can ever have on a physical activity. Looking at a wall and going, I climbed further that time than I did last time, is such a great sense and almost like a gamerified way of looking at something, literally climbing. I mean, it's just kind of funny how simple it is to see progress and how gratifying that can be. And it also helps you set goals for next time when you're like, I failed on this wall, I'll try and get further next time. And it's nice. That instant feedback is really nice. Overall, the biggest challenge has been the second weekend, probably, learning to build those habits. People say it takes 3 weeks or so to really start to cement a habit in your brain, and obviously introducing all of this all at once can be a lot on me, especially as somebody who was quite lazy for a while. Trying to suddenly be very active is a challenge, but I think doing this as a series and having such a passion for making videos and making content for you all allows me to motivate myself more. It's kind of like having a gym partner, where it's hard to want to go to the gym by yourself, but when you have that partner there, it helps you go. It forces you to go because you don't want to let them down. I almost feel like this forces me to go, which is great. It's a way to sort of mix my passions and what I want to slowly morph this channel into a way to improve myself as well, to mix aspects of my life. And to have all these people support me, or even haters motivate me out of spite, it's nice. It's fun. And I've enjoyed it. So that's all I really got for the climb this week. It's been super exciting and super fun to just dive into this with everyone, and I'm excited to keep it moving, and I'm excited to start making big strides towards significant improvement. I'm also hoping to have lots of different kind of videos popping up here and there, fun little things, sometimes simpler, maybe like I'm hoping for next Monday, maybe you guys will get a simple video of me talking about Black Myth Wukong, which I've been playing in the little bit of free time I have in between working on the climb stuff and just going to work for my job. So yeah, I think that'll be fun to talk about as like a Souls fan and, you know, a fan of these vibes. I do enjoy the Dark Souls aesthetic mixed with almost like a Bayonetta kind of combat style that game's going for. But again, different video for a different time. If you guys are enjoying the climb, please let me know in the comments. If you hate it, let me know too, so I can use that spite to keep me going. Thank you all very much, and I will see you next week. Peace!